Hello Aquarians and cross watchers, welcome to your video. So I've channeled a song and it's One Love by Bob Marley, and I don't know what's going to come out, but it's a beautiful song. I'll put the song in the description box below with the lyrics, and it talks about one love as it was in the beginning, as it will be in the end, and you cannot hide from the Father of creation. So those are the things that stuck out to me with that song. Beautiful song. Fellow Aquarian, okay, Bob Marley. So let's see what wants to come out here. All right, roles can be reversed. I have no idea what the message is going to be, but with the song like that, it's just kind of like, let's come together. All right, let's come together, love one another, put our judgments aside, and just help one another. Let's see what wants to come out. Show me what I need to see. Community. We have why, that can be anything, and we have community. So you might feel driven to do something in your community, serendipity, and then things just fall into place from that point on. You know, this is anything. This is any way that you put yourself out there. It doesn't always have to be volunteer work. It can be volunteer work. It can just be how you give back to your community, how you give back, and whatever that community is. Could literally be your neighborhood, your internet community, your friends and family circle. It talks about how you give back, and it's literally, you know, an older soul giving back to a younger soul, and the younger soul is in gratitude here. And we have the birds, which you may get messages, and we have this face here in the side of this old tree that is now a home for animals. So you might give back even to animals. It can be any kind of way. Might be asking yourself why, and it might have to do a lot with your foundation, because this is a fresh foundation here. There's no walls. We have 31, which turns to 4. 4 in tarot is about stability, right? 4 corners. So pay attention to the foundation of your future and how you can make your future better and stronger. And a lot of times it has to do with how we entwine ourselves within our community around us. And I remember when I was in nursing school, my teacher, Shibu Pothens, and he also wrote a book on Kindle called The Periodic Table. But he was a wise man from India, and he always would tell me that when you have family in a nursing home and family come to visit that person in the nursing home, he said the nurses and doctors always take care of the patient that has family and visitors. Now everybody should be taken care of, right? That's how it should be. Everyone should be taken care of whether they have family or not. But he said the very sad fact of life, what he had seen, because he was my nursing teacher, and he said the very sad fact is the people who lived the longest were the people who had the strongest community ties around them. And when I was watching that program about people who live the longest on the planet, and there was a place in Italy, and it was a community where they took care of the elders. Everyone took care of each other, and that's what I get from this. Your quality of life has a lot to do. My phone just went off. Your quality of life has a lot to do with, you know, who loves you, who's in your life, that you're still wanted and needed. Because sometimes when we're not needed, we just sort of perish. But taking care of your community, however you can, right? You can only do what you can do. Things just naturally are going to fall into place, is what I feel. So let's get into the tarot. You might see some things that aren't fair, and, you know, just ask yourself why. And I've been dealing with some people, friends, you know, who are like, you know, I don't understand, why are things like this? And I always said, you know, if you can't find what you're looking for in life, be that which you cannot find. All right? If you can't find a good religious person to follow, but you want to follow religion, you be that religious person. If you can't find a good spiritual leader or teacher, you be that spiritual leader or teacher. If you're looking for something to bring stability in your life and you're like, why can't I find it? You be that person. Maybe that's why you're asking why. Maybe you're the one who's meant to be that person. Be that leader, be that strength, be that pillar in your community. So show me what I need to see here. This is going to tell a story, so I'm going to do a Celtic spread. I want 10 cards for the Celtic spread because the story is trying to come out here. So this really isn't past, present, future, though the Celtic spread will cover that as well. 10 cards here. Well, we need to express our feelings more. We need to express our desires. We need to talk. We need to talk about things that are on our hearts and on our minds here, just from what I can see. We need to heal, help others heal. Basically, you can teach anything you've ever learned in your own life. You're a great teacher for that. Once you've learned or mastered something in your own life, you can show others the way. And I see the web, the World Wide Web. I see the world here. I see a return and judgment, awakening, okay? This reading has a lot to do with stability. 4 of Wands in the reverse. Creating stability for yourself and for others, okay? So we're starting off with the Page of Coins in the reverse. The Page of Coins in the reverse. And the other part of this, we have the King of Cups. The King of Cups can keep their emotions to themselves. They can become emotional. They can express their emotions. It depends on what frequency, state of mind they're in. Tell me about the Page of Pentacles. But for me, this is about speaking one's feelings because it's the Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles right next to it. And we have feelings. So past life, it's the Moon. The Moon talks about feelings, and the Miser is 4 Pentacles in reverse. So one thing that we can do that is saying, talk about how you feel. Talk about how you feel. Okay? Get it out there. And it's even saying, even if you're going to vlog about it. So I'm getting strong vlogging vibes. If anyone's being guided or led to vlog, all right? Because I feel you're going to get a following. This would be somebody who already feels like doing that. Maybe you're already helping your community. Maybe you want to expand on that, okay? Or a community can be internet community, because we do have the world here, and that to me can be the web. So right off the bat, we need to focus and talk about our feelings a lot more, all right? One love, right? Because you'll be surprised that people who will come out to help, and you'll be one of those people helping, and people will also help you in your time of need. Now we have Pisces energy with that Moon. We have Cancer energy also. We have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces with this King of Cups and Lovers. Lovers. It's a decision. It's Gemini energy, but it's ruled by Mercury, and Mercury's communication. It's really saying, talk about how you feel. Talk about how you feel. Get it out. That is a way to create one love. Not to be so, introverted is a word, but it's not that I want to say introverted, but when you have the opportunity to discuss your feelings, discuss your feelings. And when you have the opportunity to listen to someone who needs to be heard, let them be heard, because this is what's going to lead to the one love I feel here. Closeness. One love is by being close and creating closeness with one another. We have the Queen of Wands in the reverse. It's a literal fire sign card, card of Aries, Leo, Sag, but it can be a karmic energy. And I think what it's trying to say is trust. By being this way, things are going to fall into place. Literally, all unwanted energies in your life will just sort of dissipate. By being part of consciousness and one love, all of the negative energies that are not meant for you are just going to fall by the wayside, and everything's going to line up for you. But it has a lot to do. Got to trust. Got to trust. A lot here about getting emotions out. I have the Moon again. The Moon is in reverse. It talks about exposing. It's in the recent past. What is it that was exposed? All right. Something became exposed. Possibly about a masculine. possibly something here to do with, we have divine feminine, divine masculine, the integration of two. So somebody may have come out and recently expressed their feelings of what they want to do in this world, possibly, and maybe it's going to be you and this other person doing it together, because I do have two here. I have a close connection. Tell me about the Knight of Cups. That's usually a card that likes to help. So someone is growing, learning, and becoming the master. Someone is literally mastering their energy right here. This is a person who's in Knight's energy. This is a person who wears their heart on their sleeve. Literally, the heart is on their arm here. This is a person who enjoys what they do for a living, or they like helping others. But this is going beyond that to the next level of mastery. This is like that story. You can give a man fish and he'll eat for a day, or you can teach him how to fish and he'll eat for a lifetime. It's like that. You are now, a lot of you watching this, are in a stage in your life where you have mastered something. And you can teach whatever it is you have mastered to others so that they can have a better life. They can feed their family longer, or they can hold their family together, or they can thrive. And it becomes one love, one consciousness, one heart. Whatever it is you've mastered, because it can be anything. There's a lot of you out there. And this to me seems like it's a reading that anyone can relate to, not just Aquarius. This is a global type of reading. Something came out here. We have schizophrenia in the reverse, which is Two of Swords. Basically, it's making a decision. All right, it's called schizophrenia because a lot of times people will flip. They'll make a decision, then they'll change their mind. They become indecisive. But what is clear to me, as I don't care who you are watching this, there's something in life you've mastered or that you are mastering. Depends what level you're on. If there's something that you have mastered, you are going to definitely be able to teach this, and you're going to have your opportunity. And I feel that it can just even be on the internet. Like, you only need your cell phone. Cell phone, and hit the record button and just share it. I feel that this Eight of Cups in the reverse is you're going to get a lot of likes, subscribes, a lot of return followers, you know, people who are going to return to watch. Tell me about this Four of Swords. I feel that you have content that can help people heal, all right, because you've mastered something. You can help them heal, you can help them rest, even ASMR videos. Quite a few people go to sleep to my videos. I'm not even trying to make an ASMR video. You're going to help people feel a lot better, though, because I feel that, you know, this talks about the mask. It's about politics. And there might be something that happens that you have experience in, and you're just able to explain it in such a way that takes the fear out of it, that takes, like, it's a no-nonsense, just being fair and direct. I feel that people are going to see your authenticity, okay? This also tells me you don't have to show your face, okay? I'm getting strong internet vibes, really. I'm getting strong, go public with what you know, with what you've mastered. I'm going to put this here. Go public with what you've mastered. Things are going to fall into place. Your community is going to like you. They're going to keep returning, all right? I feel strongly, there's something here about maybe not wanting to be seen. You know, maybe you have wisdom to share, but you don't want to be on camera. A lot of people are like that. I'm shy on camera too, you know. You don't always have to dress for success while being on a camera. A lot of people do stuff and they're in pajamas and whatnot, you know, lounging around clothes. I feel strongly this has a lot to do with whatever it is you've mastered. You can show your work. You can share your experiences without ever showing your face, right? A lot of us don't have the confidence. You know, we want to put another face up front or whatever, but there's something to do with the face, I feel, more than actual politics. Show me about the world here. What's the world trying to say? I really feel it's time to vlog. It's time to get your skills out there. Everybody's pretty much got a channel showing something they do, and people will be drawn to you. They'll like you, your authenticity. It really won't even come down to your looks. You might, you know, when I see this comparison, it might be like comparing yourself to others. Kind of like when you get into tarot. When I got into tarot, I'm like, you know, I don't know. There's a lot of good tarot readers out there. And that was literally me comparing myself to others. I am my own unique self, and that's what draws people in, or a specific message or whatever. But we have the Thunderbolt and we have the world. Now, I really hope there's not another lockdown, but a lot of internet channels started out of lockdown and people couldn't get to work and things like this. And I know where I live, they've already spoken about the bird flu in California, that it's taken somebody. So this would be like a tower moment. This would be like something happens and like I'm forced to make my money on the internet. Don't be afraid of it, because in this case it's actually going to be beneficial to you. In this case it will. Tell me about the Eight of Cups in reverse. Tell me about the Eight of Cups in reverse. Breakthrough, it's justice, and it's in reverse here. I think that you're going to get through to people. You're going to get your message out there, and I really feel that you're going to have people returning. I want to get another, yeah. Ripeness meaning when you put out another one, you know, there's a lot of, I think these are cherries. Okay, there's a lot of cherries on this tree, and people are going to return for your content. Imagine that the tree being yourself and what you produce. The production of what you're producing is this fruit, these videos, whatever they are. I feel that you're going to get through to people, and I feel that you're going to have a lot of people returning, okay, to watch you. I really feel that. And again, we have the world again. This can be anything, whatever you've mastered. If you've mastered getting clean, being sober, if you've mastered a diet, if you've mastered a craft, something you do that you work with, something that you really have become the master at, something you've done, you've learned, don't overlook the smallest thing, because it's going to be helpful. It's going to be helpful, especially you don't realize how helpful it's going to be. But you're going to create yourself a little community here. Tell me about the Seven of Wands. It's in the hope and the fears. I feel like that's growth. Landed on the King of Cups reverse. Isolation. I really hope we don't get isolated again. But there's a lot to indicate here. We could end up going through something like that. Now, trust me, I don't want it either. I want to get out. I want to get my fresh air. I don't want to be stuck at home again, but there's something here. There's isolation. She's in a bubble, okay? This is isolation. It's in the hope and the fears card. I think it's something that we all fear, but I'm saying, and here's aloneness. If we end up going through some sort of isolation, don't be afraid to get it on the internet. Do something on the internet. Talk about anything you've mastered in your life. I don't care if you've survived a narcissist, a bad marriage. I don't care if you made your marriage survive and it was awful. Something you went through with your kids that you mastered. Parenting, anything. Don't compare yourself to anyone else. It's saying just anything you've mastered, get it out there. We could be in store for something that keeps us from going out. And it doesn't have to be a virus. It can be something that happens and we can't go out for whatever reason. Even, you know, things happen. But we have awakening. We have ascension. In other words, no matter what happens, it's not going to stop you. It's actually going to be, you're going to be adaptable, and you're going to create change. And you're going to create this to work in your own favor. Tell me about judgment. I would say don't fear the change, especially the isolation. Don't fear isolation. Now, maybe it's nothing. Maybe there's some of you watching, you guys are isolated. And but get out there, get on the internet. Talk about something you've mastered here. Yeah, we have going with the flow, but it's in the reverse. We have stress. Stress, okay, stress, loneliness, any of that stuff might keep you, might make it hard to go with the flow. But once you create your little community here, we have adventure. It landed on ripeness and it's sideways. This is explore. Explore your possibilities here. Explore your possibilities. It's going to create healing. I mean, you might even talk about how you've healed from something, but it helps others. It's like a model. It's like a plan to help others create healing within themselves. This landed on the Tower. You might meet somebody as well. This, you can meet somebody on the internet who is kind of like the same boat. They've mastered what you've mastered. You get close with them. Something that you went through could bond you to. But I don't see it as a toxic bond or trauma bond. There's no devil card here. But something that you share, that you've both mastered. Like it's in the past. You went through this. You learned it. You've mastered it. You align with another master as yourself, someone else who's mastered or conquered whatever this is. And you're going to be guided. Okay, so if you've forgotten something, maybe you're a person, you're a jack of all trades and you've mastered a lot of things. And you're like, well, I don't know what this could be. I've done a lot of things. That's kind of a boat that I fall in. I've done a lot of different professions. And plus just life lessons. You're going to get guidance. Don't be afraid to get guidance. It can come up as in any kind of guidance, something in your feed, something you hear from a friend, something that just kind of, some sort of deja vu, something sticks or hits with you, you know. So this whole reading is pretty quick and simple. We have Judgment as the final card. It's your choice. It's a card of Pluto, but it's also talking about Pluto being in your chart brings this change. It could even be when Pluto enters in for good into the sign of Aquarius. And then that, you know, something happens. But your key point to focus is something you have mastered. I mean, you know this. You know it like the back of your hand. You know it. And it's saying get it out there and share it with your community is what it's saying. Share it with your community and just everything else falls into place. If not, it's like some form of isolation may cause a tower, or a tower may cause isolation. I do see that a nudge comes from isolation, and that's where this nudge to get out on the internet to do something. This is what makes me a little bit as a reader afraid of a LD, but only time will tell on that stuff. We've survived the first one. We'll survive anything else. We are survivors. So for your bonus card, though, I definitely see you meeting somebody else on this journey. Okay? Definitely see you meeting someone else on this journey. The key to getting to meet this person is to get out there and share your knowledge. Looks like on the internet, okay? Share it on the internet here. That's what I'm seeing. We have as a bonus card, it says Fox, clever. You are swift and smart. Solutions to problems are easily found. Always listen to your instincts. Resources surround you. Be open to romance. Yeah, your resources look like they're heavily on the internet. You're going to meet someone that way. But you're doing it through helping your community. Okay? From something you've mastered, and then it all just falls into place. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I will see you in the next one, and thank you for showing up. And namaste, my friends.